hmm Um, just so you understand, father rights, adoption, yes. Marilyn and Mike had adopted a child from Haiti, yes. hmm this NOLA goes into a lot of state laws and step parent adoptions, unmarried couples. Yeah. Petition for adoption? Yeah. Name changes? You changed Legina's birth name to Van Proyen? Yes. International adoptions? Yes. I'm wanting to sue Mike Van Proyen for turning the electricity off on me in the middle of winter. Yes. And I'm wanting to sue Mike Van Proyen for texting me a message that if I attempt to contact Mike or Marilyn, he will contact the authorities. Yes. I'm wanting to sue Mike Van Proyen for using a picture of my sister Susan Bowers as an image of his wife Marilyn Van Proyen. Yes. I'm wanting to sue Mike Van Proyen for using an image of a black girl, right, that may or may not be Legina. Yes. I'm wanting to sue Mike Van Proyen for every court document that was sent to 1023 Kitchen Dick Road, where he had an obligation to inform the court that I didn't live there. Approximately since, 2012, 2013. Yes. I'm wanting to sue Mike Van Proyen for obstructing my rights to getting court notices. And then I'm wanting to sue Mike Van Proyen for obstructing my right to communicate with his wife. Now, why don't you give me every document that was used to justify the adoption of Lugina Ann Van Proyen, which, as well as the name change documentation, Social Security, yes. Now, this county, yes, has refused to enforce fraud laws. I want to speak to Marilyn. I want to know where she wants to reside. And if she tells me that she wants to have nothing to do with me, that's fine. I still want to sue her husband, yes, for turning the electricity off on me in the middle of winter, yes, for knowingly receiving court notices of court hearings that happen to be conspiratorial to the concealment of my sons, yes, and the kidnapping that my wife did actually accomplish, right. And then the victims' rights and laws that should not have been enforced, yes. Now, I'm wanting to sue Mike Van Proyen, and I want law enforcement to understand that I want to sue Mike for the rest of his life. Fooch. Now, this whole concept of victims' rights, yes, you've refused to enforce my victims' rights. Heidi was no longer a victim when my record was expunged. I haven't spoke to her in over 7 years. The issuance of a dissolution of marriage, where I've never received the dissolution of marriage, yes. And then I emailed you an actual copy of the marriage certificate. Yeah. Let's say I wanted to adopt Legina. Yeah. I wanted her to have my last name, and for some reason, Marilyn thought it was a good idea. I mean, considering she has no assets, I'm going to take every asset of Marilyn Van Proyen. I could tort. Well, now, I think there's some real crime going on here. Yes. And I think Mike was very much involved in the issuance, right, of each and every one of the court notices. And I think somebody got paid for the show. And you really did laugh at the harassment and distress that I've experienced. Now, I just need you arrested for one crime, Brent. It's barratry. It's a misdemeanor. $500 bail, maybe an overnight at home. But once I get that court order removed and I get my sons, because you will enforce my rights, yes, I'm going to sue Mike Van Freud for every asset that he ever owns, and then I'm going to talk to his wife about how does she want to proceed with the various lawsuits that are available to me. Because I tell you, I'm going to sue Foursquare. Pooch. I'm going to sue Dave Beach. Yes, he is. Now, as much as Marilyn thought, oh, I've been married for 25 years and her husband's going to support her for the rest of her life. I'm going to have a little talk with Marilyn about what she's going to want to do. Yes, I was thinking she wanted to volunteer for a little charity that I wanted to start, Marilyn. Yeah, don't you? You're going to end up working a stripper pole.